And the others. They've been with His Highness all along.
Yeah, looks like they've got a few branch campus kids tagging along too.
Unbelievable. Looks like His Highness has got us beat.
Indeed. One might say he utterly outplayed us.
It's been a good while, Rean. I see you've gone through a bit of a makeover yourself. And just like yours truly, you're all the sexier for it, you handsome little rascal, you.
Your Highness, I can't believe it. You're really alive. But how? What in the world happened back then?
That's what we want to know. Why didn't you tell us? Do you have any idea how we felt when they came to Liberl and told us you blew up?
I can only imagine. And for that, I cannot apologize enough. The circumstances which forced me to secrecy were as entangling as a rose bush, and twice as prickly. Ah, but what does it matter? No remorse could hold us from the blooming jubilation of this long-awaited reunion of ours.
We can't argue with you there. Well, I suppose this explains why Shara went off the radar.
Pretty much. I happened to randomly stumble upon some info about his survival. That was why I had to cut off all contact. We couldn't have information like that leaking out to just anyone. Not only for Olivier's sake, but the Courageous Two's as well.
Well, I guess that makes sense, but... Oh, sorry, Rean. We kinda cut you off there, huh?
Not at all. Honestly, I'm still trying to wrap my mind around all this. I didn't expect to see you here either, Major Michael. Much less you, Lieutenant Colonel Mueller.
This is what I meant when I said I had plans of my own. It's been a fair bit longer for us, though, hasn't it, Schwarzer? A shame I couldn't say this sooner, but I'd like to thank you for all you've done for Kurt.
Mueller!
Thank goodness you're all right. When I heard the 7th got disbanded, I didn't know what to think.
Ah, Kurt. There you are. I can tell you've gotten stronger since I last saw you. But I think it's best we set our family gathering aside for the time being.
Indeed.
I can't believe it. You survived after all. I'm so relieved. But I regret to inform you, Operation Jormungand is already... So tell me, Olivert, what could you possibly hope to accomplish with that overblown ship of yours?
If I may hazard a guess...
Alas, no. With Muse, Cassius, and all the other presiding dignitaries involved, Emil Mirage is in as good a set of...
I, or rather we, have appeared before you today for one reason, to serve as the wings upon which deliverance to a third path is granted.
Jormungand and Emil Mirage. Two massive operations of unavoidable consequence. Yet amidst these titans is another force. Those unyielding in their hope that the twilight will soon give way to the dawn. Rean, Lloyd, and Estelle, and each of their companions that walk this path with them. Not to mention a multitude of others, all ready to lend aid to their cause. Across the continent, people of all walks are making the decision to follow their hearts. Thus, so too shall we, so that our wings may help them soar. And soaring, high above the holds of Erebonia's curse, we will join together as one, to become the radiant rays of hope, piercing through the oppressive darkness of despair. To that end, I hereby name us Not the crimson wings of the Civil War, nor the winds of freedom on the Western Front, but our third and greatest title, the Radiant Wings.
Your Highness.
The Radiant Wings, huh?
Didn't even take you 5 minutes to Ha ha! Finer words have never been spoken.
Whew, boy. The dead keep cropping up one by one.
Then why don't we go ahead and make things right? This little charade ends here.
What?
Your Highness!
Seriously?
Well, why not?
And there's nothing quite like putting a damp...
I suppose we couldn't expect it to hold forever.
Shit, don't tell me.
It's engaging spatial annihilation. The Type Beta is switching to high-speed mode as well.
Now you've done it!
Enough chit-chat. Time to say goodbye.
Damn. It would seem they aren't bluffing.
Stop this at once, Cedric. Why are you still doing this? Oliver just came back to us.
Don't you see, Elfin? That's exactly why I must do this! I'm just as glad as you to see him alive again. But feelings such as that are only for the weak! We're ending this world and creating a new order in its place. And an undertaking this great leaves me no room for weakness. Chancellor Osborne entrusted me with a mission. And I swear, by my hand, I will carry it through!
I believe you've actually done quite enough for now, Your Highness.
Huh?
That voice.
My, speak of the devil.
Chancellor Osborne!
Father.
Rufus, too.
Instructor Claire.
I come to you today from the Imperial capital. As for my fellow world leaders...
Our greetings to you as well. A shame we couldn't meet under better circumstances.
I must apologize for not giving you prior notice of our visit.
Not at all, Your Highness. This airspace is a neutral zone. No permission is needed from the Lieutenant General Cassius Bright.
Since your surprise visit to Liberl, though it appears your people have been fervently active in our regional capitals.
You flatter me. Our work is nothing compared to that of your team from R&A Research.
Are they talking about the Erebonian Intelligence Division?
Yeah. Richard and the others have been struggling to counter their...
I see the Special Support Section has chosen to attend as well. I do hope our dear Rufus isn't causing you too many
Here and there, perhaps. Though I would very much like to establish a better working relationship.
What a barefaced liar.
It's a pleasure to meet you again, Your...
I can't help but be reminded of our conversation at Orcus Tower.
Ah, yes. When we spoke of the resolve needed in trying times. And last, but certainly not least, Prince Olivert, my deepest apology. I scarcely realized just how gravely I'd underestimated you. I imagine even the Duchess and her cohorts.
Indeed. It would seem I'm not as keen as I thought myself.
That's quite enough flattery for today. As it currently stands, we can no longer stop either one of these grand operations. And yet, as I've already declared, we will continue on.
For Rean, Lloyd, Estelle, and every one of their allies. For I know in my heart of hearts that their light will shine through to...
Your Highness.
If we weren't sure of ourselves before.
He's trying way too hard to sound cool.
Be my guest, but know this. You have only 6 days before Operation Yorman...
Huh?
As one of the authors behind this plan, the order to commence Operation Jormungand will be officially given at the stroke of noon.
D-Day.
Indeed. And preceding it, an omen of epic proportion. the harbinger of the end of the world.
The same day will also mark the beginning of the rivalry of the Seven. Jaeger King Rutger Clausel, I hope you are prepared.
Sure am.
And what of you, 7th Anguis of Ouroboros, Arian Road the Steel Maiden?
I have no objections.
I must admit, I'm deep, but I can wait until a more appropriate...
Then it's true.
Yeah. Though I bet the Phantom Thief.
Now, if I may have your attention, I'd like to present two individuals who deserve some recognition.
Mother? And Professor...
So when you said you were leaving on business...
Hello. I suspect this comes to you as that I simply assisted with an off-the-record request. Miss Croyce, the professor and I have completed fine-tuning the device.
Marvelous.
You can save your empty gratitude for...
What exactly?
Allow me to make one final introduction to our roster, and yet one that will surely prove instrumental in setting the...
Now that you mention it.
Yo. Man, I love it when there's a time limit. Really gets... But I ain't the star here.
No way.
Viscount Arcade?
So this is what became of you.
I was curious how and where you'd managed to wander off after losing your left arm.
His left arm. Father. So you've turned even the Radiant Blade Master into one of your puppets, then?
That would be wrong, for I am no puppet. I am Victor S. Arcade. I have lost neither my memories nor my sense of self. It brings me no small pain for us to meet again like this, Cassius.
Perhaps. But it's no small delight to know you're still alive as well. I can only assume this is the curse
Huh? Know something we don't?
A similar case occurred in Liberl 3...
In Phantasma.
We encountered artificial copies of people who had the same memories and...
You're trying to tell me it's happening all over again?
No, that was in the Recluse Cube. What we have here in Erebonia?
Yeah. The curse is forcing Mr. Viscount to do whatever it wants him to. He's the strongest swordmaster in the Empire. That's why he was chosen to set the stage for the rivalries.
Precisely. All to create the best possible conditions.
So that's... It's almost as though the curse has a consciousness.
No, Father. So his skills as one of the greatest swordsmen on the continent are being used against him.
There's no need for anguish. These are nothing more than the whims. When next we meet, it will... Rean, Laura, I expect you to put forth your very best when the time...
Catch you when the fun finally starts.
Alrighty, guess we... Best of luck, Miss Maiden. If I see you again, it'll be between my crosshairs.
Very well. Ines, Anea, return to me.
Yes, my lord.
As you wish.
Ha! Busy times.
Our final battlefield draw.
Just what kind of farce do all of you take this? We aren't finished here! Not by a long shot!
Sorry, kid. We got our prior.
That's quite enough, Your Highness. The task you were given was a greeting, a show of formality and nothing further. Evidently, you have failed to understand that. I have to warn you against overstepping your bound, or must I remind you?
Your Highness.
Now. Return to Heimdall for now, Your Highness. There yet remains an important...
Understood.
Boss.
My lord. Ouch! Bet Princey Boy's gonna...
Looks like the party's over now.
I do hate to cut our engagement short.
Understood.
See you around, guys! Continue on with your struggle.
Now, if you...
Hey! We gotta get out of here! 6th Enhanced Jaeger Brigade!
Belle, first Sharon...
Guess we won't be settling the...
We'll go ahead and see our...
George!
So you're gonna leave without saying a single thing. Again.
Don't worry. We'll be able to settle things soon. But don't expect any mercy from me when...
Right. Real convincing.
George, or would you prefer I call you Georg? Either way, I owe you my thanks. You can keep them.
Man, that guy really isn't cut out for this.
Look who's talking.
Exactly. You're no different.
Whoa! Didn't realize you guys were keeping demons up in.
Oh, Lecter. I can only guess who you're referring to.
Still, it really is wonderful to see you again.
I won't even bother scolding. All I ask is that you promise that we'll still have a class reunion.
Leo wants just the same.
Sheesh. You guys just can't learn to let it go, can you? Fine. I'll bite. Now, making a promise costs me nothing, after all. You just gotta promise me that you survive long enough to get there.
Of course.
I'll be waiting.
I'm glad everyone was able to have this chance. With this period of relative peace nearing its end, may each of us give every... And Rean, will you give in to your cursed destiny? Rebel against your fate? Will you simply flee? Or will you continue to struggle with every fiber of your being until you have seen this abyss of despair through to the end?
Whether we'll ever meet again. But if we do, I guarantee you'll have no doubt about which path.
My goodness.
Farewell, everyone. May you...
I pray that you all have a safe journey home. Be assured that neither the Imperial Army nor Ouroboros will interfere with your return.
On that note, you are also free to go and visit His Majesty at his bedside, should you so desire. As for you, Lloyd, I have temporarily suspended your arrest warrant. I imagine you'd like a chance to visit those dear to you. Far be it from me to...
Wait.
Think of it as my personal apology. We will be recalling our troops from Michelin as well. Why don't you...
I'd like to thank you for the consideration, though not half as much as I'd like to deck you in the face!
They're always so difficult to get.
Well, this has been a most productive encounter. I don't know if I trust them to not interfere with our return. I wish you all the best.
I shall find a way with that.
Princess Alphen, Lady Mildine, and General Le Guin. Congratulations on rallying so many to your side this day. As for Rean, Lloyd, Estelle, and all the rest, may Adios give you her blessing. And once again, Prince Olivert, I can't express enough how much of a relief it is to see you alive.
Always a pleasure brightening your day with a bit of bewilderment. And Cassius, though we walk different paths for now, perhaps we could meet for a drink one day.
Ha! I'll be sure to... Estelle, Joshua, Ren, Sherazard, Agate, we shall meet again.
For sure.
You better not get beat by...
You can leave any matters in Erebonia to me. I'll make sure to be close in touch with Sarah.
The Society's at work all over the continent. Be careful out there, Dad.
We'll let you know if we discover anything about...
Be careful, Mr. Bright.
That was... Agreed. Not just the battles themselves, but the entire situation.
Yeah. Having the fate of the entire continent at stake can get a little overwhelming.
Huh. Don't go wussing out on us just yet. We're finally in the home stretch.
Yes, that we are. Oh, Muse.
You changed your clothes back.
So I have. I suppose we should count ourselves lucky things ended up as nice as they did.
Muse? You don't really think your signature sweet smile...
Huh?
I was about to ask just this.
You were about to pull some real wild shit back.
Just so you know, we overheard your conversation. I need to have more than just a few words with...
Yes, Instructor Rean.
That was... strangely meek of her.
What, you sick or something? More so than usual.
I'd say she realized she went a bit too far this time around.
Though perhaps we're partially to blame.
Such is the folly of youth.
Olivert.
It pleases us all to have you grace us in good health.
You'll have to direct your thanks to the many others who helped this come to pass. Our endgame is nigh, Rean. Should you wish it, my wings are prepared to lift you to a new path.
It would be our honor, Your Highness. But before that, on behalf of us all, welcome back.
It's good to be back. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, Liberlians, Crossbellans, and Erebonians alike, welcome aboard the second successor of the high-speed cruiser Arcee, the Courageous II!
Keep up the good work.